Hello, Leo, and welcome to your full moon in Aquarius reading. So let's take a look and see what energies want to come through for the sign of Leo for this full moon in the sign of Aquarius. Your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. So you've been focused on something, working on something, and it does look like it's getting ready to take off for you. Confidence is your key to success. I love that these are both new moons because this gives me the impression that there is a new beginning that is happening for you. I do feel like it's in regards to whatever this is that you have been working. I feel behind the scenes. I kind of feel behind the scenes you've been working on something, doing something. I feel like, you have the confidence that it takes to take this leap of faith, the courage and the strength to launch something. And I do feel like this is going to be a fresh new start with these beautiful new moons. The next new moon is in your sign. It will be an eclipse moon, so that means some things will be removed, and I feel like what's being removed are any blocks that may have been in your way. Look at this celebration. Any blocks that may have been in your way, or any doubts, fears, insecurities. I feel like you're putting them to rest, letting them go. You're not claiming that energy. There is a celebration. I feel like you're listening to your intuition, your higher self. You're following the guidance that maybe is being downloaded, or connecting the dots when it comes to signs, synchronicities, things aligning for you, recognizing, when things are aligned, how easily they manifest into reality, and then versus when they're not in alignment, it's like having, to really push something to make it go through and still not have the success associated with it. So I feel like this is somebody who is going with the flow. They're allowing the energy to flow through. They are aligning with what is meant to be, putting the time, energy, and effort and focusing on something that they're bringing to fruition. Next card up, Guardian Angel, beautiful energy. I do feel like, wow, Shadow Self at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like you are supported at this time. Could be through guardian angels, it can be through the Most High, it can be with your ancestors and loved ones. I am feeling ancestral somehow with this guardian angel. Maybe you have someone, a loved one on the other side who's in the spiritual realm, who is sitting here guiding, protecting, helping you towards this victory, towards this success. This shadow self gives me that behind the scenes work where you've been working on some stuff, doing some deep soul searching, going within, really looking, facing that shadow side. We all have a shadow side, so no one gets to say, no, I don't. Everybody has a shadow side, and this is confronting that shadow side. This is, dealing with it accordingly, mastering, right? Not allowing that shadow to take over your spirit. It's more about seeing that shadow for what it is and overcoming the challenge of that shadow. Look, gratitude, beautiful energies, beautiful, beautiful energies, and power. This is you standing in your power. I feel like this full moon is going to be a very powerful initiation into, I feel like your higher self coming through is how I'm feeling with this power. What's underneath it? Discernment. So I felt strong intuition with this anyways. When I see that discernment underneath there, it gives me that vibe of like you're utilizing this, your discernment skill set, let's say it like that. You're really recognizing, I feel quickly, easily, even effortlessly, things that, no, my vibe says no, and really not second guessing things. Like if your vibe says no, my vibe says no, I'm not going to sit there and run it through my head a million times trying to figure out why. I just know my intuition, my higher self is saying, something's off, something's not right. I feel like your discernment is on point at this time. Ooh, all right. These cards fell. Wow, very interesting energy. The Page of Fire and the Tower. I don't feel this as a bad tower. I feel this as a good tower. It feels to me like this page of fire talks about a fresh action, an initiation of something, and it does bring it to the tower. So this could be you tearing down an old foundation, an old way of being, an old whatever this was that is just not serving you anymore. It's like, tearing it down to the the foundation in order to build something more solid. I feel like there's an old phase, cycle, chapter, something in your life that is done. It's over. And I don't feel hardships. I don't feel challenges with this tower. I feel like it's a good thing. Like I'm ready for this to go so I can have all of this, right? So for instance, if this was about buying a house, right? You're letting go of that. You're tearing down that old structure of this, this house is leaving and going away, and now I'm moving into a different house and an upgrade there. Five of fire is at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is the past. In the past, I feel there was a lot of obstacles, challenges, a lot of stuff that was kind of blocking this Queen of Earth, this solid foundation for you. Maybe you've attempted to build several times and gone through a lot of tower moments where it was dismantled. And remember, I was feeling that energy at the beginning of all of this, where what's meant to be will ebb and flow easily, effortlessly, and then there may have been times where you have been really trying to make something work, and no matter how hard, how much time, energy, and effort you put into it, you could not make it work. I feel there was something that was causing challenges for you in there, but whatever these challenges are, it feels to me they're being removed, right? This tower is going to clear the way. It's going to clear the space in order for what is meant to be built. And I do feel like you have angelic guidance and protection surrounding you as you continue to embark along this path and this journey and build whatever this is you are meant to build. Now, I'm just barely tapping into the tarot right now. I haven't seen the Emperor, but I won't be surprised to see it, because this is where I feel like you are building whatever this empire is that is meant to be built. And nothing, I don't feel anything is going to be getting in the way, slowing you down, or stopping you from achieving this. The next card that comes out is the Ten of Air. Wow. Transformation, the Death card. So I did see that Five of Wands, so there's no doubt there was some sort of obstacles, challenges, things to overcome. There could have been some drama. There could have been some, I feel, behind the scenes competition. People, trying to sabotage with the Ten of Swords. Um, these Ten of Swords are coming down with this tower. And these Ten of Swords will ultimately be, surrounding an energy that was part of that. They're going to go through a transformation. So are you. But your transformation is to align with the higher vibrational frequency, to have the blocks, the delays, the sabotage, the betrayals cleared out of your energetic realm, out of your way, in order to open that path straight ahead so you can just keep moving forward. Very good energy, very good energy. I mean, I don't know about this tower and that Ten of Air being like, this is a backfire going back somewhere to whoever was in competition or causing some chaos and drama behind the scenes. But I mean, we learn how we learn, right? Next cards that show up, look at this. Hanged Man to the Ace of Fire. Yes, yes. Something has had you slowed down, hanging in limbo, waiting, going through some sort of enlightenment. It's probably where you developed that strength in that discernment, right? With the Ace of Fire, this is that you moving forward. Ace of Fire to the Ten of Water. You see the abundance of emotions, feelings, love, even pentacles are in this card. So financial stability and security. This is where these things that have been slowing you down, keeping you hanging in limbo, stuck, stagnant, anything like that, they're being removed, right? And again, I was talking about that new moon in Leo, right? New moon in Leo. That next moon that comes up, I think it's August 12th. That will be where um, that will be where that eclipse energy is. Also, I did see the transformation card in here, which is the death card, which is Scorpio energy. And if you pay attention to your natal chart at all, you will know that right now Pluto is transiting Aquarius, which is your, depending on, everybody's chart's different. You could be a Leo sun, but you're not a Leo rising. But if you're a Leo rising, this would fall between your sixth and your seventh house. More than likely, it'll be your seventh house, which talks about long term contracts, this, that, and the third thing. I feel whatever these blocks were that were slowing you down, these things of sabotage, that has been a very, I feel, long cycle. And I feel that cycle is done, is over. You have freed yourself from that energy. Now this transformation is taking place, right? It's taking place in that sixth, seventh house. So this could have been things that affected your everyday life, work, your routine, that sort of thing. And, like trying to block, stop, or delay you from long term achievement and success. I feel the path is cleared for you with this Ace of Fire. It just feels like boom, like the path is cleared, right? Whatever was standing in your way, getting in your way, behind the scenes, working to slow you down is being removed from your path, probably because of these guardians and ancestors that are showing up here saying, this is it, enough is enough. So let's keep moving forward. Let's grab another card. Gratitude. The gratitude is for this new beginning, for this liberation, for this opportunity to move forward on a brand new journey, on a brand new path, in a brand new beginning, filled with that fire energy, passion, drive, ambition. Next card up is the Nine of Pentacles, pre-Empress energy. Yes, towards your financial stability, prosperity. And there's the King of Fire showing right up there as well. I see a lot. Look at underneath the King of Fire is the Empress to the Four of Fire. Whatever this is leading you to, there's that card. Again, I said pre-Empress, it's right here. There is something very, very happy, loving. It's going to just, this really good vibe I get when I see the sun, I see the heart. It's bringing forth prosperity, abundance, life, growth, renewal. Is bringing something solid, secure, and a celebration right to your door is how I'm feeling with all of this energy. So it does feel really good. And I feel like it's all because you took your power back. You stepped into your power. You're using that discernment, and you're recognizing that only peace and love are the highest vibrant. Look, and underneath the sanctuary was the peace. Like you're recognizing the significance of peace, love, laughter, higher vibrational frequencies, and what they attract into your life. So, first card that falls out, this is from the Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck, is Epiphany. So this is that eye-opening moment. This is that aha moment. We did see the tower. That Uranus is in the sign of Gemini. So you could just out of nowhere have this thought, this idea, receive this information, and then it just clears everything up. It's like shows you the way, you know what action to take, you know what direction to go into. It says seek clarity. So this is going to bring that truth and that clarity in order to release you, surrender, allow that this betrayal and this tower to crumble and dissipate, move right out of your energy. Dolphin, don't worry, be happy. This is about coming to the edge, taking a leap of faith. And look at the people, like you got these beautiful dolphins in here, but you see this person, right? And all these people are sitting right there, like, come out, have fun, come play, we're here, we got you, right? This sort of energy, and I feel like this is it for you. Like this is where, you're letting go of them energies that were backstabbers, betrayers, that weren't solid, stable, loyal, dependable. You're letting all of that go, and you're embracing, taking a leap of faith and trusting and believing in this. I feel like a new social circles, support system. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. Gratitude. Be grateful for all that you have. And there's gratitude out of that deck as well. Look at crowning moment after a transformation. We've seen the transformation come out. We see all the butterflies. Transformation. There is a major change in whoever I am speaking to. Like you know better, you do better sort of energy. Somebody has evolved and ascended and made it through a transformation. They're coming out old. They're coming out older, wiser, more mature, more dependable, more stable, really creative with their energy. Unicorn invites serendipity in. So this is about the magic, the mystery, the magic, the unknown, the things that just happen out of nowhere, right? Just magically appear. I love to see that unicorn. I've been making amigurumis, and that is one of the things I am going to make is one of those little unicorns like that. I make all kinds of different things, but anyhow, getting off topic. I just looking at that unicorn, I'm like, oh, and maybe when I pick my hook up today, that's what I'll be putting on my hook. So we'll see. Anyhow, let's pull another card and see what other messages we have out here for Leo. This looks like a beautiful full moon. And look, dreams. Believe in your dreams. Wow. Yes. I feel like this moon is activating a dis like a I feel this full moon is activating a release of all these old toxic energies that have just been slowing you down, blocking you, creating chaos and havoc and drama behind the scenes. I kind of feel like you don't really need the truth and the clarity to figure it out. I feel like that discernment is on point and you really know what's got to go. Self-reliance, we've seen that right here with the Nine of Pentacles right there. Self-reliance, and this stand up for animals, animal bonds. I'm a fan of being outside. I love to look at the animals to see what they're doing. If the squirrels are all running amok or if they're just chilling, climbing trees and just doing, I always pay a lot of attention to the animals that I see and the activity of the animals I see. Because I do feel like I get a lot of messages through those signs and synchronicities. But this is somebody who's really taking off. This is like, you know, for any Leo rising, you just got done or you're still at the end of clearing out that 12th house energy, closing out them old cycles. This new moon in Leo on the 12th will be bringing someone into, like, I feel like into their power, right? Where they're standing up on their, and standing in their power, having the strength, courage, and confidence to clear the path, clear the way with any of this energy. Like the tower is like something's going to crumble. And I feel what's crumbling is any of the energies that are associated, tied to Ten of Swords energy, like betraying, deceptive, sabotaging, anything like that. It can't even be self-sabotaging. But anyway I look at it, I see that dissipating. I see that being like the tower clearing that out, that full moon, purging that and releasing that in order to embark and step into that new moon and that eclipse that's coming up. Anything that's still associated or attached that is not meant to be, that eclipse will quickly and easily and effortlessly just snatch that right out. Here today, gone tomorrow. That's exactly how that will play out. But this looks very beautiful to me as far as moving forward, things growing, coming to life, the abundance coming through. It feels like a lot of stability and security in many different areas. So I feel like this is going to be a beautiful solar year, even though I'm doing this just for this full moon reading. This reading is for the full moon, but I do feel like it's a kickoff to an amazing year ahead for the sign of Leo, which, yes, absolutely, because Jupiter is in your sign. Yes. So I hope this message serves you well. I thank you for taking the time to listen. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and if you'd like to buy me a coffee, my link is in the description box below. Have a great day. I send you an abundance of love, light, and peace. Have a great day.